Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Welcome to another episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. Tonight, Kara and I are on our ski week vacation this week. There's absolutely no snow in Central California right now. We've just been searching for things to do, and we were searching for a wine to drink, and we were looking through our cellar, and we came across this 2008 Dutcher Crossing Maboroshi Vineyard Russian River Valley Merlot, and neither of us could figure out exactly where we got this from. I was doing a little research online, and what I did find was that Dutcher Crossing, this is their first Pinot Noir that they released, and it came out in 2010, and I do know that Kara and I got married in 2010, so it's possibly a wedding gift, and so in a sense I'm kind of scared to try and rate this wine for you, because I may hurt somebody's feelings, especially when I learned that the list price on this was $42. There's a really good chance, though, that the person who got it for us doesn't remember getting it for us, so we've got that on our side. But anyways, single vineyard Russian River Valley Pinot Noir. Hopefully it's good. Wine enthusiasts, though, back in the day did give this an 85. So let's see how we score it here. Let's take a look. There is kind of a classic color that you're looking for on Pinot Noir, and really when I say color, I mean just, a classic translucency to it. As I was pouring it, I could definitely see right through that. Of course, I can see my fingers underneath. What I will say is that, aside from, it's not really that standard burgundy type of hue. It is almost a little rusty, almost a little brown in color. I guess if you guys kind of look like towards the edges of this, you can kind of tell a little bit what I'm talking about. But it does look like it has a little bit of age on it for a Pinot Noir. It's been sitting around here for I guess 2 years. On the nose, pretty nice. The first thing I'm getting, although there is some fruit, the first thing that's jumping at me is there is kind of like this minty herbaceousness on the nose, which is kind of appealing, kind of nice. That wrapped up with, a little bit of tobacco leaf, which is kind of nice too. And as far as the fruit, we've got like a strawberry cola transitioning to like a plum fruit. Lots of layers on this nose. Not nearly as complex as that William Sellium I had a little while ago. Man, that stuff was fantastic, from the same area. I think that was a vintage after. That was the 09 that I tried of that. But, a pretty nice nose. The nose is not an 85, that's for sure. Kara, come grab one of these. Thank you, honey. I love you. Something that I was forgetting to mention on the nose that kind of popped in and then kind of left was there's a little bit of like cola, a little bit of cocoa powder on that. And on the palate, those flavors are coming in as well. There is, again, some really good herbaceousness. There is that tobacco leaf is definitely coming back. This is kind of, in a way, it strikes me as a kind of like a Pinot Noir with Cabernet Sauvignon sensibilities. And what I mean by that is, like, when you think of like a big hearty cab. Sometimes you're thinking of, let me have a cigar. Let me have like this smooth cab with a cigar, and I get kind of a little bit of that vibe with this Pinot Noir. This is really a classy beverage, and I don't know, granted this was probably scored by Wine Enthusiast a couple years ago when they gave that 85. This is much better than an 85. Let me... Yeah, that cola, that mint, that tobacco. Little bit of sun-dried tomato in there, and that's the thing. Like, we've got like these red fruits that are starting to transition into these earthy, herbaceous type of flavors. A little bit of that umami sensibility. A little bit of that like mushroom. A little bit of that earth. This is a good Pinot Noir. Definitely, definitely complex, though I don't think it's as again, it's weird, it's tough. I'm comparing it to that wine I gave 93 points the other day. It's not anything like that. It's not an 85 either. When I think about this Pinot Noir, this is like a 90, 91 to me. Just a really solid, super solid, delicious Pinot Noir. And again, it's just got like these smooth sensibilities. At $42 a bottle, I can think of things I'd rather have, if I were spending that kind of money. But this is some quality juice, and I think Wine Enthusiasts, maybe they need to go back in and revisit it. I think maybe Dutcher Crossing, an angle they could take. I mean, if nobody liked it when it first came out, is maybe, keep these things in the bottle for a little while and let them develop, because, there's some really nice flavors coming out right here. And it does have, the body. It does have the backbone to where this wine could probably last another 2-3 years in your cellar, and probably picks up a little bit more complexity along the way. This is a fine wine, and I'm glad that we tripped over this one. I'm kind of happy with it. I'm happy in general. I am. Thanks, guys. Stay rad.